Wow. Oh my god. This is so big. Ugh, I just don't know what I want. Is this the beginning of a reading slump? I wish not. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion. Maybe I shouldn't really say it. Okay, wait. I told you. Hi guys, welcome to a new reading vlog. So right now it is Thursday the 25th of June. It is 10:30 in the morning, a little past that, and me and my mom are gonna go on like a breakfast date together kind of at one of my favorite places in my hometown. And my plans for today are not that much. I just painted my toes. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but if you wanted to know that, now you know. I will be definitely reading today, and let me show you what I am planning on starting. I actually wanted to start this book yesterday, but then I didn't. I just finished reading this book, Date Me Bryson Keller by Captain Von Y, and you should check out my previous reading vlog to see what I thought of that book and everything. But right now I'm in like a reading mood where I just don't know what I want to read. So I think I'm gonna pick up A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Morrow and just look at this cover. It is so stunning. Oh my god. So pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna go on that breakfast date with my mom, and then I'll be reading some of that book today, and I will keep you guys updated. Tomorrow it is Saturday, and then I have to work in Utrecht, and I haven't been to Utrecht in like over 3 months, which is just insane. I haven't been to work in 3 months. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna pack my stuff because I'm gonna sleep at some friend's house this weekend, because otherwise the commute is just 2.5 hours long, which is insane. I of course need to take my mask with me. This will be, like I said, my first train ride in 3 months, and we need to wear a mask. So this is what I'll look like in the train, but in all seriousness, you just need to wear a mask. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here in the Netherlands, it's not that strict with the masks. Like when you go outside in the city and stuff like that, you don't have to wear a mask. It is just in the public transport, so hence why I bought one. So I of course need to take that with me, and I want to take a book with me. But I started reading A Song Below Water yesterday, and I read until page 22, but I have a feeling like this is not the perfect time for me to read this book. I don't know if I want to bring this book with me or if I want to read it at another time. I don't know what I want to read if I'm not gonna pick up this book. A contemporary? A fantasy? I was maybe thinking about starting Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. I've had this book for a long time on my shelves because I got this in my fairy loot box. Ugh, I just don't know what I want. Is this the beginning of a reading slump? I wish not, because now I have time off. I can read whatever I want. I think I'm gonna take the Daughter of the Burning City with me because I just don't know what kind of reading mood I am in, but I've had this book on my shelves for a long time. I believe this is also a standalone, which would be perfect since I'm so bad at finishing series. I've said this in so many videos, but it is so true. I believe that this book is about like a traveling circus, and we follow a 16-year-old main character called Serena, and she is an illusionist. Like she can create illusions that people can see and feel and touch and everything, and part of her illusions make up this kind of like freak show. And what happens is that apparently one of her illusions is being murdered, and then it says, desperate to protect her family, Serena must track down the culprit and determine how they killed a person who doesn't actually exist. Her search for answers leads her to the self-proclaimed gossip worker Luca. Their investigation sends them through a haze of political turmoil and forbidden romance, okay, and into the most sinister corners of the festival. But as the killer continues murdering Serena's illusions one by one, she must unravel the horrifying truth before all her loved ones disappear. Okay, I think I'm gonna read this instead of A Song Below Water, just because I feel like this is not the perfect time for me to read this book, and I don't want to push myself through it because then I feel like I won't enjoy this book as much as I could, which would be an absolute shame. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about that, so I always quite like that, to see if maybe I have like a hidden gem. We shall see. I'm gonna take this one with me to read, and let's grab some other stuff, and then I'm gonna go by train, which I'm kind of scared about going by train, but we shall see how it all goes. guess where I am? Well, it's not that difficult to guess, right? I'm gonna go to my boyfriend's house right now and have dinner there and hopefully sleep at his place. And right now the feeling of summer is really kind of sinking in. Like, I don't have to do anything. I'm literally just gonna read, probably watch Dark, hopefully, and just relax, play some Animal Crossing. By the way, I got these pants from Leora. I don't know if you guys can see, but she didn't want to have them anymore, and I fit in them, which that rarely happens, and they fit so nicely. And I only have like one other pair of jeans that I wore and that I have that still looks good, so I'm really glad that I got these. They're kind of like mom jeans, and mom jeans are usually really difficult to find for me. Also, I just received another book in the mail, and this is a very exciting one. I don't think I've talked about this on my YouTube yet, and that is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. And I bought this book because Leonie from the Book Leo and I are starting a book club. I've been wanting to have like a book club for so long, and I've been trying to find someone to co-host it with, and Leonie and we had so much fun when we did our like 24-hour readathon that we spontaneously like hosted somewhere at the end of March, and then we came up with the idea of starting a book club. Our book club is called World Readers because we want to read all of the books that take place all over the world. And we usually see a lot of books that take place in the US and in the UK, but not in that many other different countries. And The Poppy War takes place in China. This is a fantasy novel. I really don't know that much, and to be honest, if we weren't gonna read this for the book club, I would have never picked it up myself. So I'm really hoping that this is gonna be like a hidden gem, even though it's not that hidden. It was talked about a lot, apparently, because I didn't know anything about it. Apparently I live under a rock. It is inspired by Chinese history and the Opium Wars. Very curious. I've heard a lot of positive things about it, that it's an amazing fantasy novel, and I haven't read an amazing fantasy novel in a long time. So yeah, that came in the mail today, and I'm just so happy. Hi guys, today it is July 1st, meaning my Etsy shop has updated and restocked again, and I'm just really excited for you guys to see the products that I have created, and I hope that you will love them as much as I do. I will show you guys what they look like. So first of all, I have a bookmark that says I like big books and I cannot lie, but actually, just kidding, big books scare the shit out of me, because this is me in a bookmark and I wanted to do something with hand lettering. Then my favorite new products in this launch are my botanical bookworms bookmarks. I hope that you guys can see what they look like. So they're just two girls holding books, being obsessed with them, and then flowers growing out of their head. I don't know. I love this one, especially the blue one. And I have two prints. So these are like A6 sized postcards, and this one says books are portable adventures, and I wanted to do something with the sunset because sunsets are my favorite. And then like mountains and a book and hand lettering. And then I also have Shut Up, I Am Reading, which I think just reflects the mood of almost every single reader here on BookTube and in the book community. But that is up on my shop right now, so a link will be in the description box down below to my Etsy shop, and it would be really just lovely and great if you would check out my shop. That would mean a lot to me. So it is 1:45 in the afternoon, and I've decided that today is a pajama kind of day, and I'm gonna edit my mid-year book freakout tag. I'm just gonna edit my video the whole day, read some in my book, because yesterday I didn't end up reading in Daughter of the Burning City, but I really would love to be able to read 100 pages today, but I'm a very slow reader, so maybe that's even a bit too much. I feel like I'm a really bad booktuber because I read so little. Okay, I really need to read more in this book because at the moment, oh shit, I lost my bookmark. I need to rewatch this footage to see where I was, but let's put it back in here and then I will find out later on. But yeah, I need to continue on reading this book, but I'm loving the atmosphere in it and the characters seem interesting. I just need to read a bit more to fully get into the story and feel really immersed, but I'm intrigued. I just need to read some because otherwise I will lose interest, and I don't want that to happen. Perhaps shipping out some Etsy orders as well. I'm just very excited. Okay. So I'm on page 72 right now, and I'm getting a little bit more into the story and a really nice thing about this book, which I wasn't expecting, is that I think our main character Serena is bisexual, and I'm getting that from this quote. Our main character is going to a fortune teller, which is kind of like her mom. Her name is Kahina, and what she likes to do sometimes is for Kahina to kind of read her future, and specifically more the romantic part of her future. So Kahina says, maybe there's a mystery man or lady, I add. When I imagine myself in Kahina's fairy tales, I tend to prefer princes and princesses equally. I do think that's a nice little bit of representation in this book that I wasn't expecting. So let's have a look at my progress in The Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. I'm almost halfway through. Well, not really. Let's say 33% of the way through. I am on page 125. Like I said yesterday, I'm really liking it. I am surprised by how much I like it. It's not as if like I'm loving it and it's the best book I've read ever, but it is very enjoyable in my opinion. She has written 2 other books right now, and I feel like you can kind of tell that this is her debut novel, but still I think it's a really good one until so far. Ooh, and I also have to pack 2 more Etsy orders that I have, so let's do that first while I watch some YouTube. I also really want to watch Hamilton because that has been put on Disney Plus. I hope that I'm not alone when I say that I am a European girl who has no clue who Hamilton is and what he has done and why he's so important for American history. I have no clue. So perhaps I'm gonna start watching the musical whilst packing 2 orders. That won't take me like too much time, and then read a little bit and edit my video and just gonna have a nice day. Tonight I'm gonna go on a walk with my dad. So just stretching those legs, honey. Hi guys, so today it is Monday the 6th of July, and it's been a couple of days since I did a little update. My boyfriend's in the back and he doesn't want to be in the video, so. But let me give you guys a bit of a reading update. Yesterday I went to work in Utrecht. I read quite a big part of Daughter of the Burning City in the train, which was really nice. I read quite a chunk of this book. So right now I'm on page 223, and I think, I'm gonna guess, I'll be able to finish this book on Wednesday. My plans for today, I still need to finish watching Hamilton. The musical is like 2.5 to 3 hours long or something. It takes a long time to finish that, and until so far, I'm not a big musical fan, so that might influence my opinion as well, but I do really like it. I can definitely see why people love that musical so much. It's insane to think about the fact that the whole musical is a song, basically. But Hamilton is basically about the founding fathers of the US and how the American Revolution kind of happened. It's not like I am super interested in that subject, but I can see that if you're an American, that musical can mean a lot to you. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, maybe I shouldn't really say it, but it's not gonna be something that I will cherish forever and remember for the rest of my life. But I can definitely see why people like it, so don't feel attacked by my opinion. Okay guys, so reading The Daughter of the Burning City, and I'm wondering why not a lot of people have talked about this book. I mean, it has been out for over 3 years, so maybe 3 years ago people did talk about it a lot and I just didn't notice it. But this is, I would say, a quite slow reading fantasy book about a traveling circus and a girl who can create illusions, and her illusions, or some of them, get killed off, which should be impossible since they're illusions. And it is a political fantasy, and it is rather like a slow story, which usually I'm not a fan of, but the illusions intrigue me so much that it just keeps me going. And I think the characters, especially our main character Serena, is written so very well, and she is not your typical YA 16-year-old girl. I think that she thinks everything through very well, and she can definitely have multiple perspective on things. I remember once that she had like a fight with her parent in this book, and then she was like, my parent is being so childish. Or am I being childish? Like, she's not a childish YA character anymore, and that's really refreshing. I think that there's an aspect of romance in this story, but I've heard some people say that that is not like the main focus of the plot, which is also really nice. There's also quite some diversity in the different characters, like skin color wise. Just you have white people, you have black people, young people, old people, people with different sexualities. So I'm really liking that about this book. It's not one of my new favorite books of all time, but it is really quite nice. So if you have this book on your shelves and you're like doubting to pick it up, I'd say be prepared that it is a little bit of a slower read. You definitely need to get into the first 50 pages because there's quite some like info dumping about the characters and a little bit how the world works. After that, that info dumping doesn't really happen, only like more of the history of the Gomorrah festival, the traveling circus that we follow. But our main character does not like describe characters for us, like the characters kind of show it themselves. Honestly, I'm really quite enjoying it, and I think that the Gomorrah festival is very interesting. I wish that we'd explore that a little bit more, I guess. But I like the history of the festival, of our main character's family members and her illusions, and it's all very intriguing. Okay, so here is one illustration. Oh my god. These are so creepy. Okay, so at first I was like, this is how our main character wants her illusions to look like. But then I was really confused about what this was. But this is what the killer is writing about her illusions, which is just really creepy. I think in this book there is representation of demisexuality. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I want to read you this piece in the book. It's not really a spoiler. I won't be naming names. I want to read the part of this book where I'm thinking like, oh, this is probably demisexuality, which means that you basically don't really want to have sex with someone, or you don't really experience attraction unless you really get to know that person. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on the topic of like sexuality and all of the different sexualities that there are, so if I'm wrong, correct me. But I think one of the characters in this book is demisexual because they say, I've always found people's romantic lives rather baffling. Like everyone was gushing about a song that I've never been able to hear. You've never felt interested in anyone? Not really. Nothing beyond a passing thought. Then again, I wasn't close with that many people as a child, and I don't have any acquaintances whom I could truthfully call a friend. I guess I just don't look at someone and think attraction. It takes, I don't know, I have to care about the person first. So I think if I understand demisexuality good enough, then I think this could be a good representation of it, and that is really nice. I'm really happy that there's quite some representation in this book, and I like that very much. Okay, it's been a couple of hours. I have a really big and fun package, so let's get it, let's open it, let's show it to you guys. I'm not kidding when I'm saying that this is a big package. Let me show you. Plus I also got book mail, yay! Okay, wait. I told you. But first I have book mail from Book Depository, and I know which book this is. Look, by the way, at this stack of books that I need to somehow fit on my shelves. I know which book this is, and I'm so excited. Ooh, oh my god. You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson, or how I said it in my mid-year book freakout tag, You Should See Me in a Crown. This one just came out in paperback, and I am just really excited to read it. This is a female romance YA contemporary novel, and I've heard so many great things about this novel. Everyone's been raving about it. Now we have a big package to open, and I know who this is from, but BenQ sent me one of their products. They sent me an email asking if I wanted to receive something very special. Let me open it so I can tell you guys more about it, and I will put you here for entertainment so you can see me struggle. Ooh, wow, oh my god. This is so big. Shit, how am I gonna get this out of here? Oh, okay. So this is what they sent me. It's so big. It is their e-reading lamp is what they call it, and this is a lamp which has a really nice big curvature in it, so you can see more. It shows a lot more light, so this lamp is kind of like supposed to be really good for your eyes. So let's unpack it. I think I need to like put everything together. this is what they say an ordinary lamp does to your desk, and then this is what their lamp is supposed to do. But how am I gonna get this out of the packaging? Okay, I'll open this and then I'll get back and show you what the lamp actually looks like. Wow, oh my gosh, this is heavy. This is a whole workout. Damn. Okay, so I just set up the lamp and I want to show you guys how it works. It's big, it is heavy, so it will definitely stay on your desk. So this is what my desk looks like right now, but this is the lamp. It is really big, it is very beautiful. It feels sturdy and heavy and good quality. So how it works, here you have the ring, you touch it, if you want it on or off. Well, in this case it's off, so you just touch it and it turns on. You can adjust the brightness of the lamp by using this dial, and right now it is very bright. What is really nice, if you press this button once and now you turn it, the color will change. So you can make it cool or you can make it warm. So let's have a look. This is super cool lighting, as you can see, and then you can twist it the other way around and it turns really warm. I know that white and like blue light can be very tiring for your eyes, and it's not very good for when you want to go to bed. So during the evening it would be perfect to have this yellow color on. So thank you so much to BenQ for sending me this really amazing light. I definitely think that this will make a difference for me when I'm just doing stuff behind my laptop during the evening, especially, or just when I want to like write things or do my nails. So I will tell you guys a little bit about my experience in especially the next vlog, but I'm gonna go to my boyfriend's house as well and have dinner there, and Tim and I, we are gonna watch the second episode of Dark, and I'm so excited. So let's turn off my new light and let's go eat. Oh yeah.
Promise me to survive, to take this message for our country.
Okay, I just finished reading the last page of Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. Wow. Let me kind of put all of my thoughts together here and let's talk about this book. Overall, I think that this is a wonderfully magical story. It is a murder mystery fantasy book. Before I started reading this, I didn't really remember what the synopsis of this book was, and that it would mainly focus on the murderers and finding out who it was, even though the synopsis clearly states that that is kind of the premise of this book. But I enjoyed it very much, and in the last 50 pages so many things happened. This had some twists, it had some turns, and I really enjoyed them. Before I went into this book, I didn't really have any expectations with it whatsoever. On Goodreads, it didn't have the best rating, so then usually I'm always a bit skeptical when I go in. If a book has less than a 3.8 out of 5 stars, which this one does, I believe it has like a 3.7, I'm always a little doubtful of whether I will enjoy the story or not. What I really liked is the characters. They are very well described. They seem like real persons, especially our main character. She has really nice, well-rounded thoughts, and she doesn't read like your typical YA main character. I really liked her, and I loved her family of freaks, like her illusions that she has created. They were all very unique and interesting, and you could kind of picture them a little bit better because of certain like drawings which were in the book. The second thing that I really liked about the characters is that they had different skin colors but also different sexualities, and I think some things were represented in this book that you rarely see in YA, such as demisexuality. I was very intrigued by the magic and the festival. It felt super atmospheric, and the way that Amanda Foody described this whole Gomorrah festival, it was wonderful and amazing, and it felt as if I was walking on the grounds of the Gomorrah festival myself. She was, for instance, talking about all the fragrances of food that you could smell when you walked in a certain part of the festival, and it was just really wonderful, and it added a lot to the feeling to the experience of the festival. I just needed to get through the beginning of this book, get a little bit used to her storytelling, and then I was really quite immersed into it. It's not that I'm obsessed with this book. I don't know what it's missing exactly to make me love it, to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Perhaps still the pacing though. That could be it, because sometimes when a big thing happened, like someone was killed or a lot of action happened, that went by in like 5 to 10 pages, and I would have liked that to be elaborated on a bit more. This was overall a very big surprise. I didn't expect to like this book as much as I did, and I would give this book like a 3.75 out of 5 stars. I highly enjoyed it, and if you have this book on your shelves, pick it up. Don't go into it with a lot of like expectations, but just a magical fantasy with really diverse and great characters. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this book, and I'm so glad that I picked it up on a whim. So that was my reading vlog. I'm gonna stop this one right here because I finished this book and I'm so happy about it. I hope that you enjoyed this reading vlog, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking somewhere here on the screen or on the button down below. If you guys want to follow me on all of my different social media pages, you can. Because I'm a booktuber, of course I have Goodreads, but I also have Instagram, Twitter, an email address, and an Etsy shop, and it would mean the world to me if you'd check it all out. Links are in the description box down below again, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!